In my deeds, there is the way of Tao. Because people do not understand these, they do not understand me, and those who know me are few. Lao Tzu. Few will hear, but some will understand. Gautama Buddha. They look, but they do not see, so they do not know. They hear, but they do not listen, so they do not understand. Yeshua ben Joseph. Parable is from the Greek, and literally means to throw alongside, and is used to mean an analogy. Yeshua used fictional narratives as simple illustrations of spiritual principles that people would otherwise find difficult, because they do not want to accept them and would intentionally turn a blind eye and deaf ear to them. Gautama said that some will hear 1,000 things and understand one, while others will hear one thing and understand it all. Yeshua said that a great many prophets and righteous people have longed to see, hear, and understand, and were unable to. Yeshua also said, "The harvest is great, but the laborers are few," meaning that there are many sheep with no shepherds. He was alluding to the fact that there are never many people who understand spiritual truth well enough to impart it to others. Another meaning is that although the kingdom is spread out over the whole earth in a never-ending abundance of spiritual riches, there is almost no one to collect and distribute it, because so few can see it. Lao Tzu tried to explain to his followers that the way was revealed in how he lived, and in the ways his following it had changed his thoughts and actions. Yet they continued to look for it as something separate and apart from their own deeds, in order to avoid their own responsibility. We read that Yeshua was grieved that his followers kept asking for signs, when he had already performed many great deeds, and his very presence among them was the greatest sign of all. When Philip asked Yeshua to show him the Father, Yeshua asked why, after all the time he had spent with the apostles, they did not recognize the Father in his actions, asking, "If you don't believe my Father is with me, you should believe my deeds you have seen, for I cannot act without the Father." Greater blessings upon those who believe without seeing. Yeshua could have been addressing all future believers who would not see him, but who learn that hearing, seeing, knowing, and understanding comes from assuming our responsibility to take the action of walking the walk and following the way.